Hey everyone, today we're going to look at DealOrb's Agentic sourcing module. This module essentially turns your buy box into an automated sourcing campaign. Let's dive right into it. Campaigns are segmented into 6 phases: mandate, discovery, enrichment, outreach, and active. Each campaign is meant to be mandate specific, and you can create as many campaigns as you need. To start, click New Campaign and enter a name that you're going to recognize. For this demo, I'm going to use this campaign that I already have ran. After naming your campaign, you're going to fill out your mandate, and you're going to view the actual market size. So this number at the top displays the actual number of contacts that fit the mandate that you have selected below. It updates in real time, and it's helpful because you can see the actual number of potential leads you're going to get before spending credits. On the top right, you can adjust the number of contacts to pull into this campaign. When it comes to the mandate itself, you can select your industries, you can enter keywords, you can select the revenue band, the headcount band, define the minimum and maximum number of employees. You can select the region, country, states, and cities. You can also define the seniority level of the contacts that you're looking for, and you can also add in some job titles. Then go ahead and click Run Agents to launch the Agentic process. All of the agent runs are going to be on this tab, Agent Runs. This Agentic process is comprised of a few agents. We have a discovery agent, which finds companies across multiple data sources, a qualification agent, which takes those companies and qualifies them using your mandate criteria, a contact enrichment agent, which is double verifying the contact information, a sequence agent, which builds the messaging and templates, and an outreach agent, which manages the communication between the sellers. We can see that the discovery, qualification, and contact enrichment agent automatically launch and run autonomously and generate a list of targets, which we can view in this tab. So here we can remove any contacts by clicking this delete icon. We can also export this list as a CSV. We can also add any of these contacts to our deal room. And like I said, the verification happens automatically, so we can click this verified only button to just view the verified contacts. Once we are happy with the contact list, we can move on to our sequence. The sequence agent will automatically build a 6-step sequence for you. And if you want to make changes, there are a few different ways. First, you can change the persona model. You can choose from direct operator, warm relationship, analytical, and founder to founder. Clicking on any of these will change all of the messaging across all 6. The second way to make changes is by clicking here and entering instructions for the AI and clicking Redraft with AI. This will also impact all of the steps. If you wanted to make changes to one step specifically, you can do so by entering instructions at the bottom of each step and clicking Rewrite this step. You can also make changes by manually clicking into the body. One thing to note here is that the software does have merge tags, so you can leverage these to make your messaging a little bit more personalized to increase the response rates. Once you're happy with the sequence, just click Save Sequence and move on to the outreach. Here you can view all of the contacts that are eligible to be included in your sequence, or rather included in your outreach. By default, DealOrb will only allow verified contacts to be contacted, and that is simply because this protects your reputation and it increases deliverability and response rates. You can manually select these one by one, or you can click Select All and click Push to Outreach. Once you do that, the contacts will be added to a queue, and they will start to be contacted based on the schedule that you will set with your account manager during onboarding. One thing to note here is that DealOrb manages the entire communication infrastructure from domain management, email accounts, deliverability are managed in the back end, and your account manager sets a lot of those rules and settings during onboarding. Once replies come in, they will hit your inbox, And anything that indicates a level of interest will be marked with interested. When something like this comes in, it is classified as a positive response, and you are also sent an email by DealOrb notifying you that a positive response has come into your inbox. It'll have a link so that you can click and come directly into your inbox. From here, you can go ahead and reply to this email directly from within DealOrb. You can also add this as a lead to your deal room. So one click and it shows up in your opportunities. Once it's in there, you can also just click this button here to add an action item. So let's say you get an email and you want to follow up with a phone call in a couple days. You can just create an action item, give yourself a due date, assign it to yourself, and you can also link it to a contact and add the action item. Doing this will also trigger an email notification from DealOrb when this is almost due. And so this is an easy way to make sure that a warm lead like this doesn't slip through the cracks. You can view the agent's performance inside of the reporting tab. So at the top, you can see the funnel that shows you everything from companies discovered to the contacts found, how many emails were verified, how many were contacted, how many replied, how many were interested, and finally, how many you actually added to your deal room. Scrolling down, we can also see step analytics. So this is giving me a step-by-step breakdown of how many emails were sent in each step and how many replied. This is a fairly new campaign. We just launched this, I believe, yesterday, so it just has one set of data points on this chart. But as soon as it gets another day of data, this will actually become a shaded line chart showing you how many were sent, how many replied, and how many opportunities were generated. So this is an easy way to leverage AI to generate off-market deal flow instead of picking through the same listings that everyone else is going after.